So yeah, the crowd turns to you and they like bunch up on you. People start asking you questions like, "Were you scared when you fought a giant snake thing? How do I get
Not
rid
at
of,
all.
How do I get rid of pests in my house?" Like,
Pray to Netro.
yeah. So what do? Do you like preach or like how are you entertaining this crowd?
The world's giving you a stage.
I am going to. I'm going to tell like less of like a sermon and more of like just like a story from Netro's holy book.
Okay.
Like a fable.
So you start preaching and you notice a couple of the sages, they're like nodding their heads along, like obviously analyzing the theological implications. A couple of the other academics are scoffing at some of the things you're saying, but you know, whatever. And then like
Wisdom is paramount.
Halfway through your sermon, the doors behind you open and you hear one of the guards announce, "Attention everybody, please. The Honorable Paradigm Katros has arrived." And behind you can see Katros comes striding into the foyer with two beautiful girls on his arms, who he immediately lets go of after he enters, and they go off into the crowd.
Oh, that's right. He's the Playboy paradigm.
Yeah,
right?
he's the mirror guy. And he goes strolling in, and the crowd like parts as they're all in the foyer, and he goes, "Jovan!"
Hello. Wait, what was his name again?
Katros.
Hello, Katros.
So good to see you again.
Well met, sir.
And he makes his way forward and like claps your hand. You know, so like he puts his hand out to shake, and then you go to shake, and he like puts the other one and goes and shakes it furiously. And
Is he like the Tony Stark paradigm?
Yeah,
Like,
but he's like a huge guy with like brown
Tony Stark.
Yeah, brownish skin and like hair everywhere. So like he pulls you in close and does the Hollywood like kiss on either cheek kind of thing. And you're just like, that's weird.
I'll reciprocate
Okay.
because I am a man of the moment.
Go for the lips.
No.
yeah, in the Eastern European.
No, see that could be like way like messing with.
Go for the kill.
And he goes, "I didn't know you were going to be here tonight."
Oh well. Oh god, I can't remember everyone's name.
Zavalas?
Yes.
He's the one who gave you the invitation.
Yes. Well, Zavalas invited me after I helped him out
Oh!
at the Doulahan. I don't know if you heard.
And he raises an eyebrow and goes, "No, I haven't, but I'm sure he'll tell me all about it
Oh.
after he gets a couple of drinks in him."
Yes.
You know-
we should all get together and talk about it. It was very interesting.
Who we should, especially given the, oh, well, never mind. You'll find out about that soon enough. I'm certain it'll come as a great surprise. And he, like, pats your shoulder.
Well, I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, so exciting! Zealous does not strike me as the kind of guy who drinks and then like talks.
Get sacrificed to a demon. It's gonna be great.
And he goes, "And how about that thing we discussed? You still on board for that? I hadn't heard back from you."
Absolutely.
Really? Wonderful. Yes, well,
I'm a man of my word.
I think after tonight you'll find that, everything should start going your way.
It has been so far.
Yeah. Now, where's the guest of honor? Where's your friend?
I saw him run up the stairs. I expect him to be up there schmoozing.
Oh, I see. Lalos is taking them all for himself. Well, I'll have to wait for a little while then. Lalos can be quite draining on people. And he seems to laugh at this.
Literally.
He seems to laugh at this like offhanded joke he had to himself.
I think I have to kill Lalos. I think I have to
You
kill
gotta take his power gems.
When we
Just
find his
kill
2
him.
amber gems, and we're gonna find Merek in them already. It's like,
Help me.
And Keitra goes, "Well, enjoy the party. I have other hands to shake." And he moves off like a
Absolutely.
great beached whale through the crowd.
good God.
Like a beached whale
Yeah.
through the... Beached whales don't move.
No, he moves
This
off
is
like a
gonna be
great
so great. Is he good? It's gonna be a competition to see if he's grosser or like your guy is grosser.
No, surprisingly, he's not really gross. He's
Oh.
like he's large,
just big.
but he's not gross.
He's not big
like
and smelly and
affectionate.
weird. He's
Okay.
big and...
yeah. He's like that shopkeep who like has a whole bunch of curios, and you love to hang out with him because he always has an interesting story on hand.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So he's not like grotesquely.
No.
like,
He's not like Dave the Whale, but he's
Okay.
got a belly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, he moves off through the crowd.
Does the crowd like regard me with even more attention after that interaction with Katros?
Kind of. Their attention is split between you two now, and they're like talking amongst themselves.
Ooh, I'm competing with Katros. I'm on a whole new level.
Well done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Dazriel. So
Talk of the town.
we'll get to you in a minute. So
The
okay.
bell of the ball.
So it's about 8:15 now, the time when you were meant to meet the keepers,
Yes.
and the Vesperillo contact Mercutio outside of Lilas's manse at the intended meeting spot, which is across the canal, about like maybe a couple yards away. So I'm assuming you're heading there.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm already there. I show up 15 minutes early. I stand in the area that is always cloaked in shadows.
Okay. So
Ready to walk out and surprise
Yes.
anyone
Yeah.
who comes.
It's like in that first episode of Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It's like, hi.
Yeah.
Welcome to level 8. And someone should do something about this light bulb. That was the best scene.
So you arrive, hidden in shadows. Actually, go ahead and give me a hide in shadows roll.
Ooh.
See if we can impress.
I'm gonna keep rolling this die. It only rolls single digits.
It'll get a high eventually.
20.
There you go.
Okay. So you slip into the shadows and wait, and eventually Frederick and Datho show up, waiting, and then they look around like they're looking for you, and they can't seem to find you. And then after a little while later, Mercutio shows up, and they talk together for a little while, and they go, "Where's Daedriel?" Like they're talking back and forth, and then Mercutio goes, "Daedriel, please come out," and he looks right at where you're hiding, but Frederick and Datho look in amazement, they're like, "What are you talking about?"
Sweet.
I step. I go. Now that we're all here.
And Mercutio gives you a nod, and Frederick and Dath step back. They're like, "Oh, well." That
I'm
was
dressed like a cartoon ninja. I have
Yeah.
the little just like.
the light.
Yeah.
You're like, "That was impressive." Yes. Well. Yes. And Datho claps his hands twice, and then climbing down from either side of the buildings on either side of you, come a variety of other what you assume are keeper agents dressed in darkish clothes and dark leather, and they climb down and they there's probably about 4 of you. Mercutio goes, "Alrighty. Looks like we're all present and accounted for, and the ball's underway, given by how many of those sparkly fire things they shot off. Maybe it's magic, I don't know. Anyway,
This is magic.
and he turns towards you, Dadriel, and goes, "This is the squad that Frederick and Datho have given to us." And Frederick nods and goes, "Yes, they're quite loyal."
Based
Except
on their climbing down skills, do they look like they're very, very skilled, or just like
they're
moderate?
competent. They're exceptional members of our troop. Mercutio goes, "You wanted to split up, if I remember correctly. So I will take 2, and then you will take the other 2. How does that sound?"
Why don't you take 4, and I would take the other 0?
"Oh, no, please. I don't want you to feel put out."
No, not at all. I am a small man, young, and fleet of foot. Also, it is easier for 1 man to hide in a tiny barrel than for 3.
Mercutio raises his eye a bit and looks towards Datho, and Datho nods, and he goes, "I suppose that's acceptable." So Mercutio goes,
I would take a step back into the shadow. Not purposely trying to be invisible, but just being harder to see.
"Your plan of attack is to go for the bath, then. If I remember correctly."
Oh, yes. I'm sorry. When you said bath, I was thinking of something else.
Oh, yeah. So he goes, "Good. I will head for the office and try to get to the observatory room in the back. We'll see what's hidden back there. It'll be difficult milling about with all the guests, but I'm confident in my disguise abilities."
He has it
I
over
will
there.
point out that
no.
yesterday I had
Go ahead.
penetrated to Lalos's office,
Mhm.
and he has a sealed display case behind his desk.
It wasn't sealed, it just was trapped. It was
Right.
alarmed.
So, well, for us as thieves, that may as well
yeah.
be sealed. And though I did not see the objects that would appear to be what we're looking for there, it does seem like there are items of great wealth, and it is entirely possible that if it is trapped, perhaps there is more to it than just what can be seen.
You went in ahead of time?
I wanted to make sure that there was some advanced information of what we were getting into.
Mercutio clicks his teeth together and his eyes go downcast as if he's trying to forestall frustrations. And he's just like, "I see. I suppose that was wise."
Only a fool does not prepare ahead of time for what might be. I wouldn't want to show up and suddenly find a half-ogre guarding the room, or a minotaur in the basement, or a
Yes, well,
remoras in the bathtub, as it were.
Yes, well, as long as you didn't get caught.
Oh, of course not.
Mm-hmm. I see.
You wouldn't be here if you did get caught.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, would I be here if I were?
So Mercutio goes, all right. Well, I'll slip in. I don't like climbing things, so I'll slip in through the front door underneath disguise.
Yeah, are these other keeper guys like they're not? They don't seem like they're like not all the keepers are thieves. Some of them are like businessmen.
They're not, yeah, but these
so-
guys probably are.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I never got the impression that these two guys were like particularly thievy. So
Why Mercutio has not brought anybody else to help from the Vesperillo, you don't know.
okay.
But these they're not particularly thievy, but these guys apparently are somewhat competent.
Okay.
And Mercutio says, my men will go in through the east tower. And make their egress from there. Hers. Is that the one that has a secret door?
Yeah.
Yes, okay. And make their egress from there. Your point of attack will be, or your plan of attack will be...
I will scale the outside of the building and enter the bath through the window.
From the canal side.
Yes.
I wish you the best of luck.
I quite enjoy climbing sheer surfaces, and no one ever guards the bathroom window. It's a surprisingly weird oversight amongst many people. People go to great lengths to make sure their bedrooms are secret, their living rooms are secret. Bathroom windows? Almost always super exposed. There's an amazing amount of like weird scenery in the city when you're going about at night. It's like, oh look, these people are about to have sex. They close the curtains. Oh, these people don't want you to see what expensive things they have in their living room. They close the curtains. You walk by a bathroom, it's like, look, there they are! It's like, nobody ever cares about bathroom windows. They don't know what's wrong with those people.
Mercutio looks left and right and goes, alright.
It's a psychological defect.
Certainly. Well, I wish you the best of luck. Again, if any of us manages to find the amber reservoirs, make sure to communicate and let us know.
I do have one final question.
Mm-hmm.
All this time we have talked about finding these amber reservoirs.
They described what they looked like to you last time.
Okay,
Yeah.
because very often things have names, but then sometimes those names are like nothing like what they actually
Yeah,
are.
No,
You're
they're
mentioning that.
round orbs of perfect amber.
Okay, good.
It'll
Because
be-
it's like the amber reservoirs are actually like two little statues of like black cats or
Yeah.
something like that.
No, it'll
Whose
be
names are amber. It's like-
no,
Amber
from,
and Reservoir.
from their descriptions of them, you get the sense it'll be very easy to tell what they
Okay.
are. Like you'll know. And so Mercutio goes, if there's nothing else, let us begin.
Excellent.
And he grins, showing like his half-filed teeth, and slips off
Taylor
into the
does
night.
that.
His men follow behind him.
Excellent. I whisper, I am the night.
Frederick and Datha goes, Daedrio.
Oh!
I am
I
the
have
devil.
returned.
Yeah.
It's like,
Best of luck to you in your endeavors. Now that Mercutio has departed, it's important that we impart to you one final piece of instruction. In addition to the amber reservoirs, there is another item we'd like you to acquire for us when you're in Lalos's manse.
ooh,
Do you think you can do that without letting Mercutio know?
Last
course.
minute.
as long as I do not have to hide the item in my anus, I would be more than happy to take anything you like.
Good. Yes. The thing we want you to find is a book.
Oh no.
It will have words written in Draconic on the front cover. Our reports say that it's partially burned.
Oh yes, I am familiar with this volume.
If you could kindly recover it for us, we'd be most grateful.
Well, I want that book.
It should be easy to spot.
Isn't it in your possession?
No, they took it.
That's
I
right.
didn't
I
hide
I
it
will
away.
point out, however, that it is
Smart enough.
not a small volume. It will be difficult to remove surreptitiously. It's
Yes.
a burdensome tome.
Well, that's why you're a master.
True. You have chosen wisely. I'll be very happy to read this tome for you.
Excellent. Do be most careful, by the way. Mercutio may have similar ideas.
If I know anything about Lalos, he likes to read in the bathtub.
I'll put it all on the bathroom. All right.
It's like it's next to like his casual reading
Yeah.
and his crossword puzzle, draconic tome of darkness.
Yes. No, it's a draconic tome of
Can you read your
material
comic?
or demi-planes.
Daedrio can.
Right, but can Lalos?
Um,
One
course.
of the paradigms could.
Zavalos spoke a different dialect of it.
Of Draconic.
Yeah, so maybe the paradigms have relations, you know?
If I had a book of dark magics, I would always keep it by the toilet so I could read it while I was like pooping. It's like,
Alright, so you head off.
Mhm.
And they wave off and goes, "Best of luck. Don't get caught."
I like how
Way to
every time
jinx
he
it.
I like how every
Jeez.
time he talks to me, it sounds like he's saying goodbye for the last time. It's like
That's
I don't
'cause he
expect to see you
is.
return.
It's like-
Goodbye.
The keeper's plan for every eventuality. Okay, so Merek, the guards lean forward and knock on Lalos's door, going back in time a bit.
Yes.
So the door opens. Well, you hear this gruff like, "Come in," and the door opens, and you can see Lalos sitting there at his desk. Something slightly different about the office than when Daedriel was in there. Now, in addition to the cabinet over here with the gems in it, various organized and stuff, there is also a large curtain behind Lalos, hanging behind his desk on the wall, and the curtain seems to cover something. You don't know what,
Okay.
but it's a large red curtain. And he goes, "Ah, Merek," and he stands up from his desk and comes around. "And who is this associate of yours?"
Completely forgot
"His
his
name is
name.
Hothard.
Holthar.
Sir.
That's right.
A pleasure to meet you."
He is my associate.
Lalos's embedded gems in his head glow slightly, and he goes, "Yes.
I am not in the best of health, and he helps me get around.
Well, it's so nice to finally see my what would it be, brother-in-law? I guess.
Yes.
Yeah, brother-in-law again." He grunts a bit and goes, "I wasn't aware of your family connection when you came by with those dwarves to get permission for your expedition. You should have said something. I would have expedited the process."
I don't like calling in favors.
I see. Well, how noble of you. And Lalos, flits about a bit, organizing things on his desk, and goes, "Eldra is out at the moment, by the way. She should be back soon. Have you two had a chance to catch up yet?"
Yes, we had a moment to talk. Now, shouldn't we return to the party? Your guests are getting quite antsy.
"Oh, in due time, in due time. I merely wanted you to come up here and have a talk with me beforehand. You see, Merek, I feel as if I've been unfair with you. Eldra has told me about some of the difficulties you had growing up in Timbertown, and I feel like I haven't been as reasonable as I could have been."
Everyone has difficult childhoods. It's not your responsibility to make the after effects better.
"Yes, well, I do apologize for not realizing who you were sooner. I admit, when you said Farrar, I did suspect, but I figured the coincidence would be too great. Funny how the world works like that, isn't it?"
Mm-hmm.
And he looks at you and he goes, "So, Merek, we should get to the reason I've invited you here tonight. Eldra has told me of your wizardly exploits. I don't mean to step too out of line, but you are indeed a wizard, yes?" That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense.
Okay, good. What? I am not a wizard.
And he looks at you astonished and goes, "Well, of course you are.
What makes you think I'm a wizard?
Well, you hold the wardrobe, do you not?"
I mean, I have a wardrobe in which I store my clothes. Is that what you're referring to? It's something that was just in the Doulahan.
"Oh, boss, he knows about it. Boss, he knows about it. How does he know about it?"
It's okay, Percival.
And he goes,
We will handle it.
That,
Just
come
Just
there.
gotta be tact.
Let's not be coy. And the guards leave the room. And Hothart looks back and goes, "Huh." And the door shuts. And you hear this.
I'm gonna do a bit of a old man weak thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Hothark, I'm getting faint. Can you please hold me up?
"Sure." And he puts his hands on your back and holds you up.
Thank you. And I'm going to take one hand and put it onto Hothark somewhere. So if I were to do an enlarge,
It would instantly happen.
yes.
So Last goes,
Forgive me.
Sorry, Lord.
I'm embarrassed about my health.
"No, I see. You look to be in quite a bad way. Casting magic can be draining on the soul. I know from personal experience. I've dabbled in the art myself. Unfortunately, we followers of Parallax are not exactly the most adept at the arcane arts. Vergis is the best at it, but he hasn't been seen for quite some time now."
It's unfortunate he got pulled into that cursed room at the Doulahan.
That was Avalas. Are you lying? Or-
Yeah.
Okay. And Lalos raises an eye a bit and goes, "I heard that Zavalas got pulled in."
Why do you think Zavalos went in there?
Ah, I see.
Vergis was examining the door. He went in. He never returned. Zavalos charged in, and
Right, and Lalos like claps a hand on his forehead and goes, "Of course, of course." Now, Merek,
stop by.
let's not be coy about this. You do possess the wardrobe, right?
I don't understand.
And Lalos looks at you expectantly. He goes, "Merek, look, I understand that meeting me here like this without any prior interaction, except for that one instance in the main room of the Grand Prison, may be a little intimidating. But I need you to trust me. I have a problem, Merek. I have a very concerning issue that needs to be solved, and I think you're the only one with the mind to do it. Merek, will you help me with this problem?"
What do you need help with?
Now, before we go any further, I understand your hesitance to keep your true identity as a wizard secret, and I understand your hesitance to even keep the wardrobe's knowledge secret. After all, it's played a rather sordid part in the history of magic. But of all the ancestors that have held on to the thing over the years, you apparently are the most responsible of its wielders. Merek, look, I don't mean to be forward, but please, cease this charade. You do have the wardrobe, yes? You can summon it at a moment's whim.
Maybe I can, and maybe I can't.
Excellent. See, that's all I needed to know. Now,
I didn't say yes, though.
he assumes your indifference as an acceptance. And he goes, "Merek, I have a problem. We paradigms are working on unveiling a new, I suppose I could say, species, although that might be a little pretentious of us. And someone of your caliber, a wizard who can control such an entity such as the wardrobe and keep it under wraps for so long, must be someone who is well versed in the art of magic. Certainly, your expertise could aid us in the budding of this new asset to the paradigms. I understand I'm being very vague. Perhaps an administration would be more adequate, yes? Yes, I think so." And he rubs his hands together and makes his way over to the curtain behind his desk. And he goes, "Merek, I have something to show you. And I think you're going to be quite interested when you see it."
I tense up my hands.
So Hothart leans down next to you, and you can smell his furs, and he goes, "What's he doing, boss?"
I don't know.
"Boss, you gotta get out of there. Boss, you gotta get out of there. Boss, you gotta get out of there. Boss, you gotta get out of there." And Lalo stands up behind the red curtain, and leans down and pulls it aside. And he pulls the curtain back. You can see that embedded in the wall in his office is just this flat sheet of gleaming metal, just embedded in the wall. And he bows to it and goes, "Good evening, Alloy. How are you today?"
Alloy.
And the wall ripples a bit, and then you know those toys where it's a whole bunch of metal pins and you can press your hand in them and pop out.
Yeah.
So a face slowly starts to pop out of the metal, and slowly grows out of it, and it goes, "Hello, Lalos. I am doing fine this evening. How are you?" "I'm doing well, Alloy. This is my friend Merek Farrar. Please register him." "Oh, also, register his friend here. I believe you said his name was, And Hothbart looks up at him and goes, "Hothbart, sir. Hothbart, please register both
There's
of
a
them."
bee in there?
Yeah, he added a V in his name. Maybe it's his way of tricking the alloy.
And Alloy looks at you and goes, "Certainly, registering, Merek Farrar, and Hothbart, registered." And he goes, "Alloy, Merek Farrar is my friend. He's going to help you get better." And Alloy goes, "Good. I feel faint. Hello, Merek. It's good to meet you.
Hello, Alloy.
How are you today?
I'm fine.
Are you enjoying the party?"
Yes.
As you can see, Alloy is well versed in conversation. He can converse with you as if he were an actual sentient, livable entity. This is the next step in our sentient metal evolution. We're increasing our technology. Eventually, we hope to have guards that are just purely made out of this stuff. Vergis's cohorts are the first prototypes in this manner. But hopefully, one day the city can be completely contained and controlled, all by sentient metal itself. Imagine a legion of sentient metal soldiers that can think, feel, act, all on their own intentions.
What makes you think that they will not turn on you?
That is impossible. We will build into their central reasoning, I suppose is the best way to put it, a logic so confined and so contained that it cannot be broken. We're working on that. Vergis and Onassis have been working on the theory for quite some time now. You can see, well, I don't know. Ah, yes, you came by. You've certainly seen the floating metal men.
Indeed, yes. But...
And Alloy goes, tell me, Merek, what do you think it would feel like to have all your skin ripped off and rearranged into a bag? And Laos goes, Alloy, disperse! And the face, goes back into the metal, and he goes, that's the problem we're having. And he, closes the curtain, and he goes, for some reason, every now and again, these sentient metal creatures blurt out something horrendous like that. We don't know the reason for it, really.
What is the source of your metal?
That I can't say. But rest assured, it has no connection to that speaking. We assume it must be some sort of bug in their logical code. Now, we've brought in various sages to all take a look at the code, with Vergis and Onassis in tow, and none of them can seem to find a reason for those actions. Merek, do you think you could solve this puzzle for us? I'm certain you would love to give it a shot, right?
Oh, you've used the magic word.
Your interest must be piqued.
I have dabbled in the idea of sentient things. Not metal, mind you. But, purely logic, what's your instinct drive?
Ah, yes, to protect and serve.
No. Those are words.
Yes?
Instinct. What are the feelings?
Ah, now that is an interesting wrinkle. They don't have feelings, per se.
Ah.
Do you suggest we give them some? Adding emotions might allow them to make more complex decisions.
No. You can't just add emotions. The emotions are a problem when they're unrefined. You handle your emotions over the many years that you've been alive. You are able to understand them. A baby cries out when it feels something. How would you imagine what would it do the first time it feels anger?
Yes. I see. Without the restraint, something as powerful as this.
Instead of creating a new feeling, you must mimic it. Do you understand?
No, in fact, I don't think I do. Please explain. This is intriguing. And Hothart, starts to, go, and he, tries to, back away from you a little bit, and he goes, well, I'll just wait by the door.
No, please, Hothart. I'm still feeling weak.
All right. He, supports you, but you can tell he feels kind of weird about it.
Yeah.
It's too much touching.
Yeah.
Too much logic.
Just to clarify, you said there were these two curtains behind him now. Was that two curtains just covering this, or is there another curtain that he hasn't shown?
No, it was one curtain.
Oh, okay.
One curtain that... I meant two curtains they fold apart like a theater stage.
Okay, yeah, that's what I wanted to make sure, that there wasn't another one that he hasn't been shown.
This wasn't here when you were here earlier.
Right.
The curtains weren't here, so he set this up in a day.
Right.
Or less than a day.
So imagine it like this. Instinct. It's like a fallback plan for an animal, right? Back into a corner. What is an animal going to do?
Ah, I see. It either fights its way out or I guess it would fight its way out.
It fights its way out. And what is that based upon? Is that based upon any logic?
I suppose the need for self-preservation?
Exactly. Something ingrained into its core. You need the essence of something. Something for it to fall back upon when there's a loss in translation and a misunderstanding, you see.
I see. Yes. A good idea. A good idea indeed. Well, you've convinced me that you'll be a great help in this service.
Oh, no. I won't be helping you. It's a simple mind just talking it over.
Oh, no, come now. I can tell you're intrigued.
I am intrigued, but I have no plans of playing God.
God?
That's for my friend Jovan.
What?
Oh, Jovan.
Oh, now Jovan's gonna be dragged into this.
He's my friend. He's a cleric of Netra.
Oh, I'm aware of Jovan. Rest assured, we have plans for him as well. But As far as your influence in this goes, Merek, are you certain you don't want to help?
You're going to be the template for
Create a
Alloy and
new
all of his
species.
followers.
Probably the template.
It's
for
mad. There's
artificial
no way you could
demigods.
reasonably control it. Even the thoughts that I've had on creating life has merely just been on essence alone, merely a pre-programmed set of protocols and the instinct to drive it.
So you won't help?
I don't want to, I'm sorry.
That's unfortunate. Well, we're unveiling this technology tonight at a demonstration for our guests, so maybe take a look at that. See if you
Demonstration? What are you going to demonstrate?
just Alloy's various calculating capabilities.
Yes. The mass will burn to the ground.
Now, Merek, please, I invite you to return to the party. I will be down in a moment to let our guests in.
I'm sorry I can't help you, but my specialty is in a different... I'm not cut from the right cloth, if you understand.
I see. And you hear it as the door locks. And Lalos goes, yes, well, do enjoy the party. And when you're finished, please, return to the upstairs. I would like to at least let you have a look at my treasury before you leave. The wonders in there are quite fantastic, and since we are related now, you really should, have a cut.
Excuse me?
Well, I mean, there's no reason for you to continue living in that dingy bar down by Stroomland. I mean, you could move in with me and Eldra.
No, I'm sorry. I prefer to work on my own.
Oh, no, come, Merek. I'm sure Eldra would feel the same way.
I'm absolutely flattered. Really, I am. It's more of like... I don't like accepting gifts.
Oh,
It's
rest assured, it wouldn't be a gift. You could think of it as a payment. Retainer. You could be a wizard in residence for the
no,
Paradigms.
and I prefer the wizardry part be kept a little bit on the down low.
Yes, I understand. Unnecessary secrecy for some reason.
Yeah. Well then, if that's everything, I think we should both go to the main party. Your guests are eager to begin.
Oh, please. I will let them in a moment. After you.
Then I go.
Okay.